Welcome back to Big Dog Repair. Today we're going to do a mod on this Harbor Freight table. This cylinder has a slow leak, so the table drops down to the stop position, which is about 6 inches more than I'd like it to drop. So we're going to modify it so it stays up until we need it to come down. But first, let me take you around and show you what I've done. I've been working in this shed to make room for working on my table. So later on I can do a few engines, so I can do a few machines. So, let me take you around. I took all the tools off of this wall here and got a new toolbox to put them in. All these little boxes up there are full of things, parts, tools. And this table is only 32 inches high with that lock there. I needed to raise it up that 6 inches. What this table does, it goes that way. So we're going to put a brace on this side and the opposite side from here to down here on both sides. There. We'll go around on this side, and if you look, all them boxes up there. Oh yeah, James Condon's on YouTube. And what else I did is I put another monitor up there so I can visualize what I'm doing down here. Alright, so let me get set up and we'll be right back. Alright, I picked up a few pieces. I cut this flat bar in half. It was 6 feet long, or 5 feet anyways. That's what I'm going to use for my stiffener to go up and down. I found this piece here, which I'm going to cut in half. That's what I'm going to stick on to the bottom. The bottom, what do you call it? Rail to weld to. Let's see, this is about the middle here. I'm going to cut this in half so I have 2 pieces. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find when this is welded at this angle, when this is at this angle at that bottom brace, I need it to line up these holes here. So I could probably, well, let me get the other one too. You'll see what I'm doing once I'm welding. But right now, I'm just looking for where I got to drill my holes on these pieces. Okay. Let me find the center of this. This is 1 inch, so 1/2 inch is the center. So I also need to drill 2 holes, one on each of these, about 1 inch down and 1/2 inch, all right? This I'm going to drill so I can have the availability of taking it off when I want to use the table to raise it up and down. So now let me find a block here. Good. Tap these holes. Okay, on a drill press, I drilled out 4 holes, one on each end, with a Z drill in my drill press. That way they're clearance for these bolts that I'm going to be using to put on the weld on the brackets on the table. So my next step is to cut the bracket in half. This here bracket, I'm going to cut it in half. With my saw. Okay, now I got 2 equal pieces to work with. And this is the bracket I'm going to be welding on to the table support. Alright, I'm going to find 2 bolts and 2 nuts to put these on. I'm going to do it this way. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, I found 2 cage bolts that fit this slot. Two lock washers and 2 11/16 by 3/8 nuts. So what we're going to do is set up one of these like this. the other one is also going to be like that. Now what I want to do is put this, make sure that this angle is sitting flush to the part that we're going to be welding to. So I'm going to lock that in place. Lock that in. That's one. Now we'll do the other. Okay, now we have two equal pieces. One for the left side of the table and one for the right side of the table. Now, these two bolts, are going to be the ones I'm going to drill into the diagonal piece of the table. And those are going to take, well, because these bolts are 9.28, I'm going to use a 6.28 drill bit. And then these are to make this, they're going to make their own threads. So I don't need nuts on any other side. So I'll be able to take it in and out whenever I want. And that has a 14 millimeter head. On it. Now we're going to drag out the welder and going to get to work. Okay, I set this up now. Two brackets I put in there. Now I'm going to drill a hole here and drill a couple holes, the different sizes. I'm going to use the drill for these bolts, and then I'm going to lag it on there. So let's start off with a small drill bit. Okay, that's one. We'll go to next size bigger. And now we'll drill it to the size that we need for the bolt. Let me get the other Ugga Dugga ready for the bolt. Now, like I said, I'm just going to put this one in. That's perfect. Now we're going to weld the bracket back here, and we'll weld the other one too. So we'll do the other one next, like we did this one. You don't have to see them both done. Okay, let's bring in the Harbor Freight welder and loosen the crack in here. This is our ground. We can attach that to anywhere. We'll put it on this one here. And here's our stinger. Okay. Let's plug her in. Turn her on. Now this is flux core, so we'll see what we need to turn it up higher or lower. Let me get my helmet. Okay, helmet's on. Where's my gloves? Need my gloves. Let me turn the welder back on. Fire extinguisher. I'll bring that over there with me. Alright then. Let's get my wire snips here. Bring me back somewhat here. Okay. This flux core, so there's no gas needed. Keep it somewhat straight and give it a shot. That's running hot. Let's bring it down a little bit. Okay, I know it's about the paint. Got too much paint down there, but we're going to go through it. Right. Oof. Make sure you got plenty of room when you're working on stuff like this, because it's tough to manipulate your body around things that are in your way. So that's one side. I gotta get rid of this. That's in my way. All right, let's do the other side. Right here. Remember, after you finish welding, stick around for about a half an hour. Make sure there's no sparks catching anything on fire. Let me get this helmet situated better. Okay, get rid of this. Here we go. All right. All right. Shut off the welder. Yeah. Take the ground off, unplug it. Now we'll check what the welds look like, huh? Well then, it's all welded up, nice and solid. Okay, we finished welding. The welds look good. Remember, stick around for about half an hour to an hour, just so you don't have any sparks causing you a fire. We gained 4 inches to the height of the table, which makes it a lot easier to work with. And now we can start working on other projects. So this is Hank saying over and out.